Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 1v1 on Crater, which is kind of weird to be in the map pool, honestly, but yeah, whatever. 1v1 map pool, Crater. At least it leads to interesting games, probably, right? Probably. Anyway, it is going to be on Crater between the red player on the left. It is Apple738 in the Void Warthog, and his opponent, the Carbon player on the right side. It is LeAssassin in an Iron Hand Bomber. Both players have finally selected their loadouts and are going to start pretty much exactly the same, with Apple getting a slight, well, no, it's going to be a semi-significant advantage in opening time, because LeAssassin was not able to kill that T-45, didn't go with Mantis Strike immediately, which is kind of weird to see, because I think it still has more damage output, especially on a single target, than Bomber slashing. Anyway, center close outposts have been taken. Apple going for top, while LeAssassin also going for top, which is actually the opposite outpost. So this is the factory, and Apple is going for the power station. So it's slightly different, but on a Crater, for the most part, it doesn't really make too much of a difference in terms of like I think factory gives you a little bit more income, and then obviously power station gives you a little bit more upkeep. But again, outpost benefits are so minor, the differences between them, that you're kind of like whatever, you know. But anyway, Apple forcing to, okay, gonna go with moneymakers at this stage of the game. Kind of interesting. Oh, dropping two moneymakers. Ah, he was probably meaning to put them on the corners. Okay, so there you go. So that is actually a pretty relevant thing to note. And LeAssassin put it, okay, he will be stopping. That's great. That's like perfect center of the path positioning for heavy mines right there. Apple doing a quick scout. Does he might actually be able to, nah, LeAssassin is too close to his units and his outposts, so he'll be okay. Apple has not started at all on his bottom outpost yet. Does get away from LeAssassin there, though. Stops that harass attempt. So both players will... Okay, let's see if LeAssassin goes for bottom. No, he's actually going to go for top. And he sets that on attack, so it will pass this outpost, start shooting it, and go for the fort. While LeAssassin, doing quick scout himself, does see that Apple has not taken his bottom outpost quite yet. And he will actually scout these ratters coming in. And as a bomber, easy pickings. Oh, no, okay. No, he's not choosing to go follow them. I guess wanted to place his heavy mines first, but does give Apple a chance to see them. So he's going to use that Longhorn he just picked up from that outpost to, oh, I thought he was going to use them for blocking. But Ratters for like 2 seconds, pretty much tickle amount of damage. And Apple again doing a flyover. It's 19 to 21 right now, so it's not a really relevant upkeep difference. And where is Apple's? I'm kind of wondering where all Apple's credits are. How many credits does he have? 13,000. So he is sort of sitting on it, especially for early game. Early game, you want to be spending, so you can, you know, take over outposts as fast as possible. No one has started the mid fight quite yet, which is a little interesting. But again, that's why I'm a little surprised to see Crater in the 1v1 pool, because if you go straight up mid, and it leaves you so open to side pushes, while and that's exactly what LeAssassin is worried about right now. Even though he noticed that Apple has not taken his bottom outpost yet, he's yeah, you know, he obviously doesn't have to be afraid of that quite yet. And more heavy mines. So Apple, okay, has units at top, has a couple units at bottom, whereas LeAssassin is now starting the mid fight. Not too afraid now, has a nice unit composition, 1 healer, 1 AA, and mostly tanks. That's pretty much what you need to do at this point. Might want to go with like 1 or 2 Bucky type of units, like, you know, range, extra range and extra damage. Very cost effective to go with Buckies, actually, if you're just talking about straight up damage, although they are very squishy if you're not under too much of... Oh, and he does not save that Longhorn in time, and might actually win this dogfight against the Warthog, and he does, along with getting a little bit of aid from that neutral hat for damage. But now, now Apple has a pretty sizable army at bottom. Fortunately for LeAssassin, he does have a crap ton of heavy mines down here that Apple will encounter, or at least his units will, if he does decide to do a bottom push. And LeAssassin now going to be taking over mid, going to get a pretty good surround with his units, or at least clear the rest, and his units will be able to prevent the neutral, or the red creeps from taking mid, and will take them themselves. Apple kind of low on health, but wasn't really too much danger there. That was kind of just basic, you know, AirMech timing right there. You know how far you are from your outpost. You know roughly how much damage your opponent is going to be doing, so you pretty much know when to start retreating. And Apple going to go with a couple jumper drops and going to air to ground. I'm a little surprised about that, and just drop to shoot, especially since there was nothing over here defending. And a Tesla goes down for LeAssassin. That's a great unit for that specific defensive purpose. And whoa, oh no, 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 does not get that kill, and will be forced to just settle for, you know, pulling Apple away from his attack. So second turret gonna go down on the socket. And Apple now laying heavy mines of his own. I'm not really sure why he's putting them here. I guess that is the path from mid to fort, or from mid to close, center close, or something like that. And they have gone invisible now. They have cloaked. And LeAssassin does realize how many units that Apple has. Okay, okay, dropping the honeypot. So he might. Okay, Apple does, he might be able to do a bottom push. If he can disarm enough mines, he might be able to do an effective bottom push. But how many mines is he aware of? That's the one thing I'm a little bit, you know, that's one big reason that I don't like invisible mines, because you really just have to start doing that like crazy. And honeypots do disarm pretty quick, though. As they should, since they are the turret... Since they're the turret healer. But Apple doesn't know where stuff is. He just has to start, like, ferrying this back and forth. Or not back and forth, but, you know, leapfrogging it up over and over again until he starts disarming a mine. And LeAssassin neutralizing center close. But Apple does see those heavy mines. Heavy mines such a big threat in this current meta. And he's forced to pull back because his honeypot was about to die. If he were an Osprey, only maybe if he were an Osprey, right? LeAssassin did drop that one Longhorn for some fort harass. Right now it's 45 to 56. LeAssassin is fairly ahead. Oh no, Apple just shot up. What did he queue up? What did he queue up? I don't think this is reliable. Yeah, okay, a couple jumpers. That probably did it. It's pretty cheap. He needs to take back that middle outpost. Probably needs to put down more anti-air, a couple of seekers here and there, or flackers, whatever the hell the meta is nowadays. I know for the most part it's flackers because mechs fly so casually above seekers. But LeAssassin even killing this this neutral Longhorn on Apple's side in you know, in plans to progress forward. And just doing some harass with his Mantis Strike. Kind of low on health though, so that is a little dangerous. He might not be able to escape this. Gonna try to take cover in his own units, but that's not going to be enough. Will he be able to get back to his outpost? No, so it does leave Apple a small opening. Will he start that bottom push finally? No, he's just going to start healing up. That would have been kind of interesting to see, but he might use this opportunity to start neutralizing the rest of the heavy mines. He is, again, going to take a lot of fire from those Longhorn, but will the honeypot be able to disarm in time? Yes, it is. Wow, barely. That thing has like 1 HP left, which is crazy. But it barely was able to. So there's, okay, and more heavy mines going down by LeAssassin. That's the thing, too. So it's so cheap. And, you know, to really just force someone, not really force is kind of a weird way to put that, but, you know, he's gonna make Apple wait. Basically, and Apple's selling some Seekers. I'm not really sure what that's about. So 61 to 69. I really wish you could see credits without having to do this. But okay, yeah, they're spending. They're spending. They have less than 10k right now, so that's pretty much spending. Apple has sizable forces at bottom and top, whereas LeAssassin has most of his units at mid and a couple, you know, enough defensive at bottom because he didn't realize how much Apple had at bottom. That he should be concerned about that push, but you know, there is that bottleneck down there. I'm going to pause it real quick. There is that bottleneck here, whereas if you know, Apple pushed at the top, this is a much wider push lane that doesn't have as much of a bottleneck as bottom. So I guess that's one reason that you put the heavy mines here, because it's a lot easier to locate them, such that the enemy's push will definitely hit them. Whereas top, I mean, LeAssassin also has them at top, but maybe this one will definitely hit. No, you know what? They'll probably all hit, especially if units come in groups. So now LeAssassin trying to take advantage as much as possible of his Mana Strike, but Apple with a ton of gangsters here. Oh, and actually, he pushed them through the middle. Oh my god, that's hilarious. They have been able to survive, though, and they're actually going straight to fort. Apple ferrying a couple more, and LeAssassin has almost nothing to defend against over here, except for the Tesla Towers, which are in the back, so the socket will not be able to help LeAssassin in that respect. He really needs to relocate his Tesla Towers right now and hope that the gangsters don't kill them. They will get stasis by the Tesla Towers, so they will slow down their fire, but this is going to do a lot of damage against LeAssassin's fort. He's less than half health. It's actually really, really close right now. This is very, very scary for LeAssassin. Even if he does successfully defend against this gangster attack, it's going to be a matter of drops for Apple, so LeAssassin needs to start moving right now. He needs to start pushing pretty soon, while he does have the advantage. Obviously, all these gangsters have been killed, so that was a lot of upkeep and credits that are going to be the difference between LeAssassin's army and Apple's current army. But the 2 Gemini drops, oh man, this is going to be it. If LeAssassin does not respond right freaking now, so he does decide to push. He is moving out, but LeAssassin moving out right, or Apple dropping right now, and that's really, really fast. Fort damage going down, and LeAssassin almost getting killed by the air-to-ground by itself, and body blocking. So Apple very, very, very close to getting the finish here, and LeAssassin will not be able to get Apple in this chase. So one more drop for Apple, but LeAssassin is very aware of that, and now gonna try to get, but there's so many. Look how many tanks are defending Apple's fort. Does he have a lunchbox? Probably not. So LeAssassin needs to be very, very conscious of and intercept anything that. Okay, there you go. He needs to intercept Apple right now and start shooting at him, but he's missing. He's missing like crazy. Oh man, that is the latency right there. And okay, does decide to drop. Oh man, is this broken? Oh god, I think this is a broken replay, but I don't know if it matters because there's tons of oh no, but there's so much defense over here. LeAssassin needs to defend this, or not defend this, support this, and there's nothing to support anymore. All of his units are dead. Oh no, this broken. Is it broken or did he get taken over? Because I know control has been bad recently. Apple gonna go for a couple more Geminis. No, broken. This is broken. That's depressing. That looked like it could potentially be really awesome. Oh, why do replays do this? Why do replays do this? Quite sad. Quite sad. And look, he's clearly trying to drop more. But this is not what actually happened, unfortunately. Oh no, he's defending? I don't know. Does it really matter? LeAssassin's doing that. So I don't really think it matters. Anywho. Well, next game. Next game will be better, I think. Oh, caster woes. What is he doing? Probably nothing. Anyway. Oh, that was funny. Swishing sound. Wow. Oh god. Sadness.